shit. That's what's going on in the sports world that we thought was relevant. And I think it's about time, RJ, that you share with the world some elevated takes. Are you ready to throw out some crazy shit? All right. Well, you've got 3 minutes, my friend, and that 3 minutes starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've already told you that I live in Texas, right? But my football and basketball team is the Michigan State Spartans. And I love my Spartans, but I don't get to see their games a lot down here. I just don't. And as much as I'd like to, they're not on TV as much as I'd like.
And they suck now.
So, hold on. Okay. All right. You're going to get me all frazzled when I'm trying to make this. All right. Okay. So, basically what I'm saying is I got two new teams, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Longhorns, football and basketball. It is not often you get the rare chance to get a brand new football coach and a brand new basketball coach in the same upcoming year. So let me break it down, okay? Both programs have kind of fallen out of the spotlight. Football, this is football country down here in Texas, okay? You people who don't live down here, you don't understand. Our high school football, it is different. Without a doubt. Like, it's not even close. We have some of the best athletes, and Alabama gets all their recruits from here. Oh, wait, Alabama does? Well, guess who our new coach, who's coming from? Steve, I always screw up last names, Sarkisian, is the old recruiter from Alabama. So he's going to take those ties he took from Nick Saban and bring them with him. I'm probably running close on time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to kick this into high gear. So he's going to come in. He has learned. He did fail at USC. There ain't no doubt about it. He failed. He was a failure there. Whatever. He learns. People fail in life. People fail in life. They come back. He got more opportunities. He got a second chance. He made the most of it. Now he got a job, and he has a great chance to bring the Texas football program back into the spotlight. Now, basketball, Shaka Smart was not it. When you lost that tournament and you haven't won a single tournament game in 4 or 5 years, that's not it, Chief. That is not it. Your team was so talented. He gone. We're not talking about him no more. He gone. Okay. Now we have Dave Beard. Okay. He was from Texas Tech, who made it to the Final Four 2 years ago, the last tournament before this one because of COVID. He is a great coach. He brings a great zone defense. He already is used to recruiting inside of Texas to get his players. People will follow him. He is a fun coach to watch. He is a fun coach to watch on the sidelines. He's an entertainer, and I absolutely love it. So, it is not often where you get to come into a new place. Like, I live in this area now, and now I get to root for these two teams who are only going up. There's no way they can go down. It's going to be great. And I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you will join me for the ride.
2, 1. Ooh, RJ coming out hot in this first one. Nice timing, my buddy, but I've got to settle you down a little bit here. So,
it
is our first episode, ladies and gentlemen, but you probably don't know. I did say earlier in the podcast that I'm a Michigan fan. That was a bit of a misnomer because from 5th grade, 2005, Vince Young and Mac Brown shitting down Lloyd Carr and that Michigan team's fucking throats because my entire family was a bunch of Walmart Wolverines. I have been a Longhorns fan. I didn't live in Texas. Well, I mean, I did for a little bit of time. I lived in Dallas, but
you did.
But I'm
Texas,
from Michigan. But man, there's something about that orange and off-white that just got me in 2005 when I was a kid, and they have been my squad ever since. I've got a Vince Young jersey hanging up over there. And I've got to agree with RJ on the basketball. I got to be honest, man. You brought the heat. You brought the thunder on the basketball take.
That's what I'm here to do
because
every week.
I'll be honest, if there was any coach that I wanted in the NCAA, it was probably the coach of that Texas Tech team who went to the Final Four a few years back. I think, what was it, last year? I think it was last year that they actually, or was it 2 years ago?
It's 2 years ago because of COVID.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the tournament being canceled last year. But so I do agree with you. They picked up a great coach. He can recruit in the state. He can actually build talent, which is something that I don't think Shaka was very good at. I mean, he had so many one and dones that I can't even fucking count them on one hand. Or at least every talented player he had was basically a one and done. So I do agree with you. The basketball team is turning up, and I'm very excited to see you on the Longhorns train. Hook 'em. But
Hook 'em, baby.
here's where I think you're faltering a little bit here, my friend, my lifelong buddy, and my brother.
I'll listen to
Steve Sarkisian has failed at the team that the Longhorns destroyed, and he will fail again, and I'm terrified of it. I get where you're coming from. Oh, he was bringing in all these players from Bama, but you have to understand, bruh. Saban was already had a dynasty, bruh. He already was building these. Everybody and every child in the fucking world, if they got a call from Nick Saban or anybody from the Alabama staff, the Crimson Tide staff, they were going to that school. So you can say that it was Steve Sarkisian who was able to recruit all these kids. I'm just not sure if that's actually the case. I'm pretty sure it was the elephant on all of the gear that he was wearing when he talked to these kids that was ringing them on in. If he can do what Mac Brown did for that school, then I will concede in 3 to 5 years. But I just can't see it. Steve Sarkisian, again, had his own issues. He had issues at USC. He couldn't really lead the charge at one of the big D1 schools that was really necessary. And it's hard for me to see him as anybody other than a Lane Kiffin. And what's Lane Kiffin even doing nowadays? I mean, I guess he's at a D1 school. I know he was at FAU for a while. I'm sure. I think is he at Tennessee or where? Oh no, he's at Ole Miss now.
No, he's at
right. He's at Ole Miss now.
I believe so.
Which is fine, but Ole Miss ain't exactly spotting it in the SEC right now either. So, why do you think Sarkisian is different than Lane Kiffin, who is also from the Nick Saban chain of command?
Well, Stevie Boy was a hot commodity this coaching hiring season. Whether he went to Texas or went somewhere else, he was going to be a big hire. He was going to get a head coach job. So Texas did land him. In Texas, we love our coaches. We love them till we hate them. So, like you said, is it a little ambitious on the football side? It is, because it's going to take a process. It's going to be a process. Like, it's going to take 3 to 4 years before you can really even judge a guy in college. But you were 100% correct on the basketball side. It might not even take a year where Beard brings this team to a new level, to just winning. And I'm here for it. So I think the basketball may be a little higher than football, but I honestly think football has a chance to be in that top 5 in the nation. You're going to have Clemson, you're going to have Alabama, you're going to have Ohio State. Lately, you've had Oklahoma, that 5th spot, that 4th and 5th spot. I think Texas has one of the best chances of all the teams in the nation to make that spot.
Yeah, and I ultimately hope you're right, dude. I agree with you on Beard because, man, as a Texas fan, I am so sick of seeing us recruit top prospects like Bamba, DJ Augustine, Kevin motherfucking Durant, and not winning shit. Okay. And I really do hope that you're right about Sarkisian. I just don't know if he's the right call. He's got, and it is funny. I do have to point out, you say we love our coaches until we hate them. I'm going to be honest. The minute that Tom Herman walked in the door, I wasn't exactly thrilled.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw what he did at Houston, but you got to be able to bring it at a D1 or not a D1 level, but at a high top 5 conference competitive level. Look at Row the Boat from Western Michigan and what he's doing at Minnesota. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. We'll see.
Well,